all are doing great. It's me, Nikki, here to share with you some meal planning tips. This has been a video that I have not done in a long time, so I'm excited to share some things with you today. So let's jump right in. Okay, friends, first I want to share with you a little bit about why I think it's important that I meal plan. One is because I'm a very visual person. So when I go to the grocery store, I see it all and I want the majority of it. And it causes me to spend more money than I traditionally would if I grocery shop online or if I don't meal plan. So by meal planning, it kind of keeps me on track. And because I order my groceries online, it keeps me from putting all of those things in my cart from visually being in the grocery store. Along with meal planning encourages me to eat better because I'm planning out my meals. I'm not kind of planning meals on the spare of the moment, and I'm not having those days where I'm stressed out trying to figure out, okay, what can I fix for dinner? Things are planned out so I don't have to think about that. So it reduces stress. So meal planning is great for those three aspects as far as I'm concerned. So now I want to show you kind of my technique on how I meal plan. Friends, the first thing I want to say is just basically keep it simple. That way you'll do it every week. I know for me that works, having a system that's simple. The first thing I do is I have a designated time that I meal plan every week. And then I sit down, sometimes with the cookbooks. I'm not a big cookbook person because there's so many online resources, so I have very few cookbooks. But if you're into cookbooks, that's a good option. One thing that works for me is asking my husband what he wants or what he likes that week and coming up with ideas that way. Because if you ask your family, then most likely you can come up with a lot of different variations of meals easily. Another thing that I find is that online you can find so many meal inspirations or meal ideas. There's just so many things to come up with your weekly menus. And I meal plan weekly. It works for me to do it weekly. You may choose to do it monthly, whatever works for you. Now, another thing that I think is wonderful is having a meal inspiration log. And basically this is a log of meals that you typically make, your kind of custom meals that you make for your family, and it's something that you can reference all the time when you're putting together your menu plan. So the meal inspiration sheet is something that you would keep in your meal planning binder. I actually got this idea from my friend Jen from How Jen Does It. You have to check out her channel. She is just so awesome. But I love that system that she had, and I implemented it into my meal planning process, and it works so great. And then I just basically sit down, and for every day, if we're dining out, I'll put that on for that day. If I'm having leftovers, I put that down. And on my meal planning sheet, everything is on one sheet. So I have where I can write out what we're having each week. I also, on my meal planning sheet, I have where I can put all of my grocery lists. I have my budget section where I can write down what our weekly budget is, how much I actually spent, and then check off if I went over or under budget. And it's really, I can put actually the grocery pickup date on it because I order my groceries online. And it just really keeps things simple for me so that I have my grocery list and my meal plan all on one sheet. I can go to the computer, order my groceries, and I'm good to go. So just to share a little bit more about my process, once I pick up my groceries, I just drive up, I pick them up, they load them in my car, so I don't even have to get out, and I come home and I start sorting out the groceries and kind of prepping everything for the week, and that way we, kind of have our snacks or have all of the food and water, just everything prepped so we can kind of grab and go. I also have a food prep tray, so for those crazy busy days, this is a tray that I kind of created, and it's where I can cut up things for a meal and kind of prep things a day before and just have it ready so that if I, have a busy day, I can come in and just throw dinner together easily. I don't have to worry about doing a lot of chopping and things like that. So it's really convenient because you can kind of, do all your prep when you have time, and it's good to go when it's time to prepare that meal. So I'll prep everything for a meal down to the seasonings and the butter, anything needed for that dish or for that meal, and then I will put it back in the refrigerator, and then it's good to go for the next day or whenever I'm going to prepare that meal. And I just purchased these, I believe, at Home, but you can get them on Amazon in different places. And so once I have all of my food in my refrigerator and prepped, I kind of give my fridge a wipe down just so that we're good for the week and everything's good. We have all our snacks. I know what we're having for dinner. The refrigerator is cleaned out, and so I'm good to go. So friends, I hope you have enjoyed my sharing my meal planning tips with you today. If you have any questions, definitely let me know. If you're interested in my meal planning sheet, I have that available on my website at AtHomeWithNikki.com. I hope you all have a fabulous rest of your week. I'll see you at the next video, and this is Nikki saying goodbye.